I never seem to learn my lesson with buddy reads. Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing my April TBR. And so I said I had a pretty solid TBR for March, and I was doing really well, I felt like. I'd gotten kind of a late start because I was running late for my February TBR, which seems to be a recurring theme and will be in a moment when I get to that. But I was having a pretty good pace, and then I was traveling, and so the end of the month I've gotten very little reading done. So I'm a bit behind. I've got a fair amount on the old April TBR as well, but I'm hopefully going to get back to a faster pace and maybe get through all of it, but we'll have to see. So the first thing I'll mention is I am, as of filming this, and I still have a couple of days left, but as of filming this, I still need to finish Hunger of the Gods. I'm a bit more than halfway done with that. I have the entirety of the Poison Song, if I can force myself through it. And then also I have The Price of Spring, which I was specifically waiting to be the very last book I read this month, just because it'll be a bit probably before we get to the live show for it. That one might end up getting pushed yet again, although I don't want it to, but I will be trying to finish all of that before I start on my actual April TBR. With that though, let's talk about April TBR. So this is pretty much all buddy reads. There's one thing that's not a buddy read in here, and it's something that I've already started and just did for the heck of it. But so let's talk about all of my buddy reads, because I have a problem. So first off, of course, the Dragon Reborn Book 3 in the Wheel of Time. I am planning on continuing with doing the audiobooks for this reread because I've really enjoyed the audiobooks so far. It's just a different way for me to consume the Wheel of Time, and after reading it so many times, now getting to hear it from that different perspective, I've really enjoyed it. It's a way of just experiencing the Wheel of Time in a different way. I still, in a lot of ways, I miss reading the physical books. I did read a little bit of The Eye of the World. The Great Hunt I actually did completely on audio. I have to say, though, I enjoyed the audio for The Eye of the World. The Great Hunt, though, with getting to see different people's accents it was crazy. So I'm really excited for the Dragon Reborn as well. It's been a blast, and I've just been enjoying so much getting back to the Wheel of Time. There's just something so great. I've read it a bunch of times, and I know you probably are tired of hearing me talk about the Wheel of Time, but just this is the series that it's like going home, coming back to. I just love it so much, so I've been having a great time. So that's the official Wizardly Duo buddy read. One of at this point lots we're participating in, but there is that. Then finally ready to start Fool's Assassin. This is the first book in the Fits in the Fool trilogy. I am so excited. The Rainwild Chronicles was a bust for me, but I've heard a lot of fantastic things about this series, and I love Hob, and I'm excited to get back to Hob. I'm going to enjoy more than the Rainwild Chronicles, so very excited here. And so we'll be continuing with the one book a month for Fits in the Fool, and I'm so excited to get back to Fits. This is just, I need more of the Fits. Also, participating in a buddy read for The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu as well. And so I've heard really good things about this. This is one that it's a bit long, so this might take me a little bit of time, but I'm excited for this. And this also was one of the options for the Pick My TBR. It didn't win, but it was part of the pretty much three-way tie that it ended up being before the tie was broken. So getting to this, and I'll be working on getting to more of those that were in the voting since there was such a positive response. I've heard a lot of really good things about Ken Liu, so I'm excited to try this one out. Which this one is, totally my fault. This one should be a quicker read, though. It's not a super long book. Prey by Michael Crichton. So I was randomly talking about Michael Crichton with Narsil over on the Discord, and then as I was doing it, I was scrolling through Book Outlet, and he mentioned that this is one he really wanted to read, or I think that he has read, but one of he really likes. And so I'm like, all right, I'll buy it, and we decided we're going to read it this month. At the time, I didn't have nearly as many books, and so I thought, great, this will be totally fine. I don't have that much going on in April, and then that changed. But this is a shorter one. It should be a very different kind of book, too, so excited. I've only read Jurassic Park so far from Crichton. I haven't even actually read The Lost World yet, which I still need to. But so I'm really interested to see more, because Jurassic Park was such a unique novel, but it was a really good experience. The other one that I agreed to do, it's also my fault, but Sharon over in Discord was looking for, she basically had us, some of us pick numbers to choose something on her TBR for her to read for the month, and the number I picked happened to be Red Sister, first in the Book of the Ancestor by Mark Lawrence. I've had this trilogy for a bit now, so I said, you know what, I will read it with you. This one as well, these books are always a little longer than they feel. The text is actually pretty small, but Lawrence books I usually get through pretty quickly as well, so I'm hoping this will be quick. But after the Broken Empire and Red Queen's War, this is the next published trilogy out of his trilogy, so I'm excited to read this one also, and I wanted to for a bit. I know for the most part, I think that was his really popular one. I don't know that I'll like it as much as Broken Empire and Red Queen's War, because this is probably going to be quite different. And I really, really enjoyed those, but I'm excited because I know this was a big one that a lot of people really, really, really enjoyed. So then I'll mention, and I'm actually doing this on audio too, but Winter Warriors by David Gemmell. So I did audio for The King Beyond the Gate because I just basically, I started trying to do audio and I didn't have an audio book. And I had time where I was sitting and I forgot a book. Yes, this is really why. And so I ended up getting King Beyond the Gate on audio, and I just love that narrator so much. It was really fun. And so that one, I read a couple of chapters of it, and I'm just like, I want to go back to the audio. So I'd never had that where I'm just like, I actually prefer this. So I decided to get Winter Warriors as well. So that and Dragon Reborn. I did a stupid Audible subscription. I've been doing a bunch of free trials to try out audiobooks, but I finally just did this subscription so that I can do my Wheel of Time book each month, and then also do this, and then I'll see how long I stick with it. But Winter Warriors, I'm probably decently far into it. I've been doing it a little bit. It's just my audiobook, which I was hoping to finish it this month, but I actually didn't have as much audio time either for it, but I've been really, really enjoying Junai, and the audiobooks have been a really great way to consume these as well. So I'm very interested. I read the first two, and then this will be the second one that I've done audio. So I'll be 4 in though, and I'll have to see what I do for the rest. But this has been enjoyable so far. So then we have the things that I probably won't get to, but I feel that I will mention. So the first thing is Andrew's going to be reading The Coward. That one, I think a patron pick for him. I had this and meant to read it for a while. It also doesn't look like it's not crazy long, so I may try to get this in, but it's very, very unlikely that I'll be able to fit it in because of all of the other books I've already mentioned, and then I'll be starting a little bit behind. And then back when I was, optimistic, I'm like, I'm actually ahead on March before not reading for like 5 days straight. I finally renewed my library card at my public library, and I got a couple of books, including Traitor's Blade by Sebastian de Castell, the first of the Greatcoats, and The Very Best Kate Elliott. So if I have time, I'll be trying to read these. These are due like mid-April, I think. And so actually they get 3 weeks, which it used to be 2 back in the day when I used libraries more. 3 weeks you get now. So I may have to get these, or I may have to just return them and get them a different time if I don't have time. Neither one of these are crazy long, so maybe, but no promises on those. It's just going to be, this is the stack that we're experiencing technical difficulties. No books were harmed in the making of this video. This is the stack that I will definitely be making sure to finish. So like I said, Winter Warriors will finish up on audio. Dragon Reborn I will probably primarily do audio, or if I'm getting toward the end of the month and need to finish it, I'll read as well. Because I still read a lot quicker than an audiobook, even at 1.2, but they've been fun. So these are the ones I will definitely finish. Everything else is up for question, because I still need to finish up some things for March. So that is my TBR for April. Let me know your thoughts on these. If there's anything you're excited for, if you're joining any of the buddy reads, because literally everything here is a buddy read, whether like an official one or just an unofficial one I'm doing. So let me know that as well. Make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Check the link in the description, as always, for the Wizardly Duo Discord. We do have a buddy read schedule there for any of like the official ones, and we've always got people doing unofficial ones, whether it's Andrew and I involved or just people decided they want to read in the Discord. So there's always tons of buddy reading there if you want to ruin your TBR with buddy reads like I do mine. And of course, if you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe.